Today we're getting into the latest Tesla news, including new $3,000 Model 3 discounts, new EV tax credits, Tesla customer loyalty, and more, so let's get into it. First up today, Tesla's customer loyalty has been known to be exceptionally strong compared to other automakers, and they're not only maintaining that metric, but improving it according to a new report. Tesla may be facing more competition now than ever before, but that's not impacting their customer retention. For luxury brands, the average rate of customer retention is 46%, but for Tesla, 67% of their customers return to buy another Tesla. This percentage has been steadily increasing in the last 2 years. One reason that could be is that both the Model 3 and Y are dominating markets outside of the luxury sector as well. The Model Y recently became the most popular vehicle in the world, selling more units than the Toyota Corolla. It's the first EV to earn that title. According to Not a Tesla app, around a third of Model Y drivers previously drove vehicles from legacy automakers like Toyota or Honda. Customer retention for the Model S is a different story though. That could be because a lot of new EVs we've seen are in direct competition with the Model S. Legacy automakers like Mercedes and Porsche have released luxury sedans, and Lucid's vehicles are also very competitive. Models in competition with the Model Y usually fall behind in terms of price, range, and features though, especially after Tesla's recent price cuts. New models will also help Tesla maintain this metric, giving existing customers either more options or added value for getting a newer version of the car they already have. We've been hearing about the supposed Project Highland Model 3 refresh for a while now, so we're expecting to hear an official announcement there soon. Then the Cybertruck is going to be released in the next couple months. Next up today, Tesla is offering a new incentive for the Model 3 in Texas. New customers there may be able to charge at home for free for a year. They're saying Texas customers in eligible territories who order and pick up a new Model 3 between May 26, 2023 and June 30th, 2023 will qualify for a year of free overnight vehicle charging at home when they sign up with Tesla Electric this summer to be their retail electricity provider. It seems like another way for them to try and clear their current Model 3s before the car's big refresh, but this is also promoting Tesla Electric in Texas. Tesla Electric was launched in Texas in December of last year and is what currently allows certain Tesla solar system owners to sell energy they collect back to the grid. This incentive seems to be simultaneously a push for Model 3 sales and to expand that solar network. In order to qualify for a year of free home charging, customers must order and pick up between those dates, sign up with Tesla Electric, and enroll in the Tesla Electric home charging plan when invited. Live at a utility service address that has a retail choice in Texas, and charge vehicle at the same address as home electricity location. It seems strange that Tesla would limit this offer to just the Model 3, their second most popular car, but it really seems like they are combining two goals here. It could also make sense for new owners to switch to Tesla Electric when they're already thinking about how they're going to be charging their new electric vehicle. For first-time buyers who have the option, this incentive could be worth hundreds of dollars over the course of the year. Next up today, Tesla is heavily discounting Model 3 inventory, and it's another sign that a refresh could be coming very soon. When Tesla has a refresh on the way, they keep it as secret as possible as not to interrupt sales of their current cars. But now they have a reason to lower prices of Model 3s they're holding onto, and they seem pretty motivated. We've seen a few discounts on inventory Model 3s, ranging from a couple $1,000s off to a full $3,020 off. That means that buying a new Model 3 on Tesla's configurator and waiting a few weeks for delivery will cost you about $3,000 more than it will to just buy one that is already made and ready for delivery. Others have spotted Model 3s at discounts of $2,410, and Tesla is also continuing a slight discount of $600 on inventory Model Ys. In May, Tesla was offering discounts up to $1,210 on Model 3s in the US, so this is definitely ramping up and seems very intentional. A base Model 3 now starts at $37,830 before any incentives. Then, if you qualify, you'd be able to get a $3,750 tax credit, bringing the car's price down to $34,080, under what Tesla originally aimed for this car to be. Tesla's intention seems pretty clear here. They want to convince customers to take these cars off of their hands right before they completely change and update their design. Customers will surely be frustrated if they pay full price and see the car fully updated the next day, but they may not be as upset if they saved a few $1,000s in the process. Right there, along with previous rumors and sightings of this car, we're pretty confident this car is coming soon, but there have been further reports as well. Elon Musk has visited China for the first time since opening Giga Shanghai in 2020. He was scheduled for several meetings with government officials and visited Giga Shanghai, where Tesla is rumored to be starting trial production of the Model 3 refresh. According to Bloomberg, Tesla Inc. plans to give an early glimpse of its revamped Model 3 sedan as part of Chief Executive Officer Elon Musk's first visit to the carmaker's Shanghai factory in years, according to people familiar with the matter. As far as I know of Tesla, they never give an early glimpse of a product refresh unless it's ready to ship soon, so I wasn't expecting to hear much from this. Maybe Elon is seeing the updated line and giving it final approval, but it didn't seem like it would align with a public release. Bloomberg said that Tesla would have prototypes rolling off the line Thursday, and of course Thursday came and we haven't heard anything. I think there could be merit to this report, but it's all internal to Tesla. They're still working on prototypes and will finally announce this change once they clear some inventory and the production lines are ready to produce production quality vehicles at scale. I have to assume that the main reason for this visit was to check on the new Model 3 line though. A recent drone flyover showed that Model 3 production appears to have been halted. Whether or not this is directly related to what we've heard about Project Highland is unclear, but Giga Shanghai is definitely working on something. Those updates should include heavy changes to the exterior and interior, which should help boost Tesla's sales of that car in China, where competition is growing. The Model 3 has looked largely the same since its release 6 years ago, so a new look will likely be well received in all markets. Tesla often makes changes in China first at this point, but for something this drastic, we'd have to see it coming out of both factories simultaneously. One controversial change we've spotted though is the elimination of stocks. We don't know what other features Tesla will be adding in this refreshed Model 3, but some customers may find that they actually want the current generation of Model 3 and can save a few $1,000s by buying it in inventory right now before Tesla updates it. Who knows what changes they will bring and when, but I suspect that if you order a normal Model 3 today, you could end up taking delivery of the refresh eventually. That's just speculation though. Next up today, on top of new federal tax incentives and inventory discounts from Tesla, there's a new EV incentive that can make buying a Tesla incredibly affordable for certain customers. A $5,000 state-level tax credit will soon be available in Colorado that can be stacked on top of the full federal tax credit if you qualify. This will begin on July 1st and increases the current tax credit there from $2,000 to $5,000 for vehicles with a starting MSRP under $80,000. That means certain customers could qualify for $12,500 off, allowing you to buy a base Model Y for as low as $35,000. Depending on your situation, if you qualify, that purchase could be an absolute no-brainer, considering long-term maintenance and charging savings you'd get by going electric. What's even more impressive is that starting January 1st, 2024, a new Colorado bill establishes an additional tax credit of $2,500 if the vehicle is under $35,000 MSRP. So if you're able to get a car under that price MSRP, you could qualify for $7,500 off at the federal level and $7,500 off at the state level in Colorado, and you can stack those. For new upcoming cheaper cars, like whatever Tesla's $25,000 EV may cost, this could be huge. This could allow certain customers to obtain this car for something crazy like $10,000. These incentives are very good for customers who need them, and it's exciting to see how affordable electric cars can get. These, stacked with more affordable electric options in the future, should really help drive EV investment across the board. I'm curious to see how long this credit lasts though, because some states find them to be far more popular than expected and need to cut the programs early. Colorado also has new credits for medium and heavy-duty electric trucks and a $450 incentive for e-bikes. The e-bike incentive begins in April of 2024 and can be taken at the point of sale. For most people, this is the way they want all incentives to work. Next up today is some Cybertruck updates. Tesla recently released a video of their Optimus robot, demonstrating its spatial awareness and ability to walk around on its own, as well as accomplish various tasks with its advanced hands. There are several shots of these robots standing near and walking past Cybertruck prototypes. As pointed out by Inside EVs, the prototypes have a round steering wheel, which is now offered on the Model S and X as the base option. Buyers can still get the yoke upgrade for $250, but this round wheel is standard. Since that video was posted though, we saw photos of the current Cybertruck semi-round steering wheel that has a new button configuration. It looks to be a cross between the yoke and round steering wheel option. We've seen that round wheel in this truck before, so this could just be an old prototype. Tesla hasn't confirmed anything here, so I'm curious to see what they'll settle on, but I do think it might make a lot of sense for them. Clearly, a round wheel was very much wanted on the Model S and X, so maybe they'll do the same on the Cybertruck and then give people that in-between yoke option if they want it. Another update on this truck may have been revealed a while ago and was pointed out by Tesla investor Matthew Donegan Ryan. Tesla shared this photo of the truck's improved low-voltage architecture, and though it wasn't directly pointed out at the event, there appear to be 2 subwoofers under the rear seats that are aimed forward. All of Tesla's other consumer vehicles come with premium surround sound systems with one 8-inch subwoofer. Now it looks like the Cybertruck will have 2, for even more intense bass. Since the beginning, Tesla has emphasized the entertainment value of their vehicles because they're banking on a future where these cars drive themselves. Once that day comes, car owners are going to have a lot more free time during their commutes. That's a huge reason why you can play video games in your Tesla now. With all of that in mind, it's perfectly in line with Tesla's brand for them to improve the sound system in this massive truck. Tesla is also continuing to ramp Giga Texas in preparation for this truck, and we're seeing new manufacturing jobs opening. Sawyer Merritt found that there were over 70 listings that specifically mentioned the Cybertruck, where there were only about 20 in April. All of those positions will be at their Giga Texas factory, and almost all of them are in manufacturing. That's definitely a sign that Tesla is very much preparing to switch gears into production for the Cybertruck. Next up today, Tesla has officially removed the Model S and X from sale in Australia at all. This comes less than 3 weeks after Tesla notified order holders that their Model S and X orders would be canceled, and now Tesla has removed those cars from the Australian website entirely. Those vehicles are still available in other markets, but their website now clearly says Model S is not available to order in Australia, if you end up on the page directly. For now, it seems that we may never see these cars return to Australia, and this is frustrating to many loyal Tesla fans who were waiting a long time to get these cars. Many see this as the end of an era, and I personally think it may be the beginning of the end for these cars in general. Tesla's most recent quarter had them delivering 412,180 Model 3s and Ys and 10,695 Model S's and X's. Clearly, they aren't Tesla's priority, and they aren't Tesla's most in-demand vehicles by a long shot. They produced 21 times more Model 3s and Ys last quarter and delivered 41 times more. Likely as well, profit margins aren't nearly as good on these cars, as they have remained largely the same from the outside as they have been for years. Tesla has made significant improvement, but it's clearly not making sense for them to even produce right-hand versions of this car. Soon enough, it may not make sense for them to ship them outside of the US, and may not make sense for them to make them at all, unless demand truly keeps up in the US. Their focus is on their current cars, the updated Model 3, Cybertruck, and third-generation vehicle platform. All of these very much further their goal to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. The Model S and X surely contribute, but Tesla may ultimately see them as taking resources away from making more affordable, impactful vehicles. Last up today, some updates from other automakers. Rivian has started production on a cheaper dual-motor R1T on their in-house designed Enduro drive unit. This new unit should help them reduce cost over the motors they were buying from an external supplier for their quad-motor powertrains. They first started using them in their electric delivery vans in February, and now they're being used in the R1T. They announced the news on Twitter, saying the first customer dual-motor R1T rolled off the line this week, helping us continue to ramp quad-motor and our commercial van line. Deliveries start in June. The reduced cost of these vehicles is reflected in the price, with the new dual-motor variant costing $8,000 less than the current quad-motor powertrain pricing. That truck now starts at $73,000. That also means the dual-motor R1T is now under the $80,000 MSRP cap for the US EV tax credit, so buyers can take another $3,750 off of the price. We also got some first peeks at Rivian's new R2 SUV slated for release in 2026. That's going to be a more affordable and scalable line. The R2S will be the same boxy shape as the R1S, but much smaller, and will officially not be coming with tank turn, a feature that would allow the vehicle to turn in place on soft surfaces because it would be too destructive to trails, which is against their ethos. They also haven't delivered that on the R1S or R1T as is. Overall, a lot of people are going to be happy about Rivian offering a more affordable and soon more available option. VinFast recalled all of their VF8 models that have been sent to the US. Almost 1,000 of these SUVs were shipped with a software issue that could end up being a big safety risk. According to NHTSA, a software error may cause the malfunction head unit display to go blank. That means key information like the speedometer could disappear while you're driving. Luckily, this is an easy fix with an over-the-air update that has already been rolled out. Of those vehicles, only 264 have been delivered, and of those, no incidents have been reported related to this issue. This is just another case of a new EV company finding issues with their software before it becomes a real problem and solving it quickly and automatically with a software update. We'll likely see a lot of headlines like this as VinFast becomes even more popular in the US. Even Tesla is still subject to recalls though, so it's really important to have another name at this point when it's a software fix. Hyundai has seen a steady increase in leases lately, with customers taking advantage of the Inflation Reduction Act in the US. With the updated guidelines, many EVs lost eligibility, including Hyundai and Kia. The rules of leasing are different though because they're interpreted as commercial business, so these companies can take full advantage of the $7,500 tax credit. Many companies, including Ford, Hyundai, Kia, Mercedes, and Volkswagen, have been passing those lease incentives on to customers to reduce the vehicle cost and boost their sales. The CEO of Hyundai and Genesis North America said, "Since the year start, we've increased from 5% to about 30% lease. It's good to hear that customers are still able to take advantage of this incentive, even though Hyundai doesn't qualify when their cars are bought outright." Hyundai is also building a new battery manufacturing plant in Savannah, Georgia, though, so they may soon qualify for new incentives in the future. That's all the latest Tesla news for today, so in the meantime, if you want to see 10 EVs you may want to avoid when shopping around, you can check out that video linked up here or in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.